Sai Ishwaraya Vidmahe Sathya Devaya Dhimahi Tanna Sarva Prachodayat. Om Sai Ishwaraya Vidmahe Satya Devaya Dhimahi Tanna Sarva Prachodayat. Om Sai Ishwaraya Vidmahe Satya Devaya Dhimahi Tanna Sarva Prachodayat. Om Sai Ram, good evening everyone. Swami's grace. Every week we have his gems, as we call them, talking to us, and we have no better a person who can be with us today as we close in on Aradhana, who can go back and speak the same way as Arjuna would probably have done after having listened to Krishna giving him the entire Bhagavad Gita. We have one such person today with us, and I'm going to give Haryana the opportunity of introducing, because he always brings each of these Ratnas to us every week. So over to Haryana.
Om Shri Sai Ram. Om Shri Sai Ram. Pranams at the lotus feet of beloved Bhagawan. It is a privilege and blessing that Swami brings every week his own creation to share the mystical experiences of the Godhood of Swami through each one of them, and each one is mystically different too. And today we are blessed to have our dear Mallikeswaran brother, happen to be my batchmate too. But only thing, I am from Brindavan, and Shri Mallikeswaran is from, I am from Puttaparthi and he is from Brindavan. And more than his qualification, what is he is that even now he is with Swami in Puttaparthi, doing lots of service, and so many things I can talk about him. But that is all activity. I am more than activity. I want to say what is his soul, like each one of us. We are Atma Swarupas, Prematma Swarupas, like that. And all of us studied in Swami's college. I too studied in Swami's institution. But very rarely, out of students, Swami has got his own purpose. But Swami showed us there are some boys who melt by the thought of Swami's name or by the thought of Swami. I don't think till today I have that type of emotion. But Mallikeswaran, even as a student, I have not seen, though he is in Brindavan, but when he comes to Puttaparthi or whenever, students we all meet, there are few students out of hundreds. There will be 3 to 5 students who don't know any other subject except Swami. And because I used to sing bhajan, so I was interested in bhajan. Bhajan singers are interested in bhajan. Through bhajan, they try to, try to get into the emotion of knowing him. But I would say the very heart melts for Swami. It is not because of bhajan. It is not because of anything. No reason for love. No season for love, Swami says. That Swami has means like that few students you can count with your finger. And one of them certainly Mallikeswaran, because for him he knows nothing other than Swami. And that was the way. That time for us it was new. Maybe sometime in our heart we may laugh also. But when later dates, when we tried to analyze why Swami kept such type of students with us, then we know they are the true lovers of Swami. For them, nothing matters in the world except Swami. Nothing can change them. From that day till today, if at all I have to say somebody who is soaked in Swami's love, I can boldly declare it is Shri Mallikeswaran, my dear brother. The greatest thing is all students, we are all in different places. We don't meet, we don't talk to each other much, but that vibration reaches us. Each one of us, we think about each other, whether we talk to each other or not. They are in a. If I say, Swami is in my heart, in my thought, if I say, equally, students like Mallikeswaran is equally there in my heart, in my thought. Otherwise, Swami won't, bring the names. So all these people, whether Ravi Shankarana, whether Jagdish Rajan, whether Ragi, all, whether we meet or not, we talk or not, they are in our heart. He is so special that he is with us today. And I pray to Swami, he has to send Mallikeswaran to us for more weeks. And I also request Venkat, brother, that we are still pending with Ravi Shankarana's second episode, third episode, everything. So we have to bring them also, because so much of experience, it should be, we cannot just mess up, because later we'll feel bad. So let us get each one of them for more episode. And I request, I pray to Swami to bring Mallikeswaran also for more satsang in our this informal group, where we are lots of students are also taking part. Though it is from Singapore, but it is more students are there in this group. Mallikeswaran brother, with all the love, I invite you on behalf of everyone. Please share your heart. Jai Sai Ram. Thank you.
My most humble pranams at Swami's lotus feet. My most humble pranams to all the people, those who are hearing this. It may sound a little odd when I say that I offer my most humble pranams to all the people, those who are listening. I'll just go back to interview room of Prasanthi Nilayam. One of Swami's Bukkapatnam school friend had come for darshan after many years. And Swami called him for an interview. That time, Swami, I don't know who used the word popular, Swami was well known everywhere. So this man said, Swami, thank you for calling me inside. Now you are so big. Do you think of me? Swami said only one word, Hey Pichivada. That person being a Telugu classmate means the mother tongue should be Telugu. Hey Pichivada. Pichivada, hey mad fellow. Unless and until I think of you, you cannot think of me. This is what Bhagawan had said. So if I'm talking about Bhagawan, Swami has thought of me. If you are all listening his glory, Swami has thought of you. Out of crores of people, those who are there in the universe, Swami had thought all of us. So surely my humble pranams to all of you. And we should be grateful for Swami for this great opportunity. The moment you think that you are thinking of him, be sure that he is thinking of you. That is the reason why you are thinking of him. And how fortunate we are. As I said, crores of people are living. how many people have seen Swami, how many people have known Swami. We are all really blessed. So again, I wanted to offer my humble pranams to all of you. Today, I had the great opportunity to see my sir, Mr. Ravi Shankar Hariharan, one of my close. He melts the people's heart with so many of his own bhajans. So whenever we hear Arjuna Chaleshwara, immediately the thought goes to whether we go to real Arjuna Chaleshwara or not, Hariharan comes in our mind. I never prepare as to what I should speak, because, as I said, if I'm thinking of Swami, it is his prayer, so he flows. He only makes us stop. So as soon as I saw Mr. Ravi Shankar and Hariharan, my thoughts immediately went to Brindavan, not the Trai Brindavan. In fact, our batchmates and the people, those who have enjoyed the old bungalow, it was called old bungalow. Swami himself used to call that mandir as old bungalow. Each and every brick of that old bungalow will tell a story. When Trai Brindavan came, Swami was little away from the students. But in the old bungalow, each and every second, believe me, our first darshan will start at 5 a.m., 5 o'clock, 4:45 to 5, anytime Swami might come. He'll get up from his bedroom. So I think Mr. Ravi Shankar might show you some photographs of Brindavan, or if it is possible, I'll send it to sir so that he can show to you. The old bungalow structure is such that Swami's bedroom is the middle room. There are two other rooms, the first room and the last room, before he goes to his restroom. Other two rooms, jokingly, we used to call as junk room, because all the items, because nobody can give like Swami. So whatever he gets, he'll keep it in the room and then keep on giving. Other two rooms are called junk room, and the middle room is his bedroom. And we used, Swami's residence was on the first floor, so we used to stand in the ground floor. As soon as Swami gets up, he'll just open the window, he'll say good morning like this. It's a mesh door, so we can see that HD figure of Swami. Because of his wardrobe, we can see it very clearly. He'll say good morning, and then he'll keep his fingers like this, love gun, love gun, love gun, he'll say, as if shooting all the balls. So it's not only my life is my message. When Swami says, it is not only asking the students or asking the devotees to get up at 5. He'll be the first person to be awake by 4:45 to 5. And there were in Brindavan, Swami was Krishna. The Brindavan boys never used to like Puttaparthi at that time. Because when we come to Puttaparthi, it is more of an official residence of Bhagwan. Whereas Brindavan is his house, his home, where we all had a lot of joy, a lot of happiness in that Brindavan, before Trai Brindavan. So what Swami, as I said, there were 3 rooms. Middle room was Swami's bedroom, all small rooms. Less luggage, more comfort. Whatever he says, lead a simple life. Swami's life is also very simple life, with one fan and one cot. That too, the creaky cot. It is not made of sandalwood, all the ordinary cot and one fan, kata 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 sound like that. He never used to bother about all those things. So what he'll do, he'll come to the first, as soon as he gets up, he'll just open the window. And that too, in 1977, 78, Brindavan used to be real like Kailash used to be. In the sense, it will be very cold, unlike today, where even in winter the temperature is touching 40 because of modernization and industrialization. There, even in the month of June, July, there used to be some distant fog. Crazy picture, so beautiful it will be. So Swami will open and he'll give darshan. Before he goes to restroom again, he'll go to the third window, he'll open. He'll come to the first window, first room window, he'll open. He'll keep on giving darshan. So we'll not know exactly where Swami will be. So he'll be opening the second, that is the bedroom window. He'll do the good morning and then he'll shoot us with his love gun, he'll say. So we can't hear that word. When Swami comes down also, he used to say, love gun rai, he'll shoot like that. That sound also, I think you can hear this sound. Like this, when you make chitikkai, we call in Tamil. So when we all, after the second window darshan, we'll all run to the third room place. Again, he'll open the second window. So we'll all run like this. The play will continue for 10-15 minutes. Then normally Swami used to come out at 6:15 outside his bedroom. There used to be a huge grill where we can see Swami very clearly, which is curtained. Swami will open the curtain since there is no mesh there. We can see Swami very clearly. It is in the sides, in the side of Brindavan. So we all will be running there. So sometimes what he will do, he'll open, then we'll all think that Swami is going to sit in the chair. Again, he'll go to the bedroom and then he open to see any boys are there. At least one boy will be waiting, no, just to take it on. We have kept the boys in all the places so that wherever Swami opens the window, that fellow will do like that. So we'll all run. So this type of play will continue from 5 a.m. So beautiful it used to be morning, having darshan at 5 o'clock, the Lord giving darshan and then showing all this. Again, he'll come to the grill, he'll open. There we can hear his voice very clearly because it's an open grill. Through the grill, he can speak to us. We can see his form nicely. Some VIP people also will be there. Swami joke with us, he'll talk with us. It will go on till 7:15. Then before he goes to his dining hall, he'll go to the dining hall. Before going to the dining hall, normally he gives the darshan. So around 7:15, we all know that he'll be going to the dining hall. So we'll be all going to the back step. But again, he'll open this. He'll hold it, wait for 1 minute. When all of us have gone there, he'll open and then some VIPs will be there. Oh, then we'll all come running. It used to be so beautiful. You know, real Krishna playing with this Gopalas. So nice it used to be. That used to be the morning routine of Brindavan. Because when I spoke to Ravi Shankar, when I saw him after so many years, only these thoughts came to my mind. I just thought I'll share with you all. Now, coming back to the experience as such, I've joined in Brindavan in 1976. And 1 month, in the month of June, July, August, Swami didn't even look at my face. No, I was crying literally, Lord. You are looking, hardly there were 80 students at the time in the hospital, 75 to 80. But Swami didn't even look at my face. I used to cry daily, but Swami, time has to come for everything. And we had a wonderful system in Brindavan where two boys will be taking breakfast, lunch, evening snacks, and dinner to Swami, whatever we make in the hospital. So the boys, those who have gone up, when they come down, they will tell various stories. Swami did this to me, Swami told like this, Swami spoke to me, Swami gave me namaskar, Swami gave me this, that, all that they used to say. So everyone will be eagerly waiting for their chance to go. Even I got my chance. It was a dinner I had taken for Swami. Unfortunately, that day, a lot of guests were there. So after Swami's dinner, he was speaking to the guests. And then when he was about to retire, he came down, take namaskar. He said, by looking at the other person, he didn't even look at me. I was totally shattered. So I was cursing myself, Swami, why this, what I have done, all that. But Swami never looked. So I went to the person who's in charge of this and then told him, this is what has happened. Swami just didn't even see my face. He said, take namaskar. To other fellows, so I also took namaskar. And I was feeling very bad, so I requested that person to give me another chance. So I used to pester that boy who was in charge of that. So another 1 month went. He said, okay, now you go again. Because it has to come through turns. Though it was not my turn, and Swami's will. So I took lunch with one more boy. Same story. Swami didn't even look at my face. Swami was very busy. When he was about to retire, he said, take namaskar to the other fellows. So I also took. I didn't know what to do. A lot of introspection was going on. I was too young to the system. Why I'm using the word too young means I never knew anything about Bala Vikas or Pre Sevadal or anything. Nothing I was aware. We were devotees of Swami because in 1966, my father had seen Swami. I'll come to the story again after telling my first divine experience with the Lord. Same thing happened. I didn't know what to do. Lunch over, breakfast over, dinner over. Swami has not looked at my face. As if it is, I'm not there. I'm not there for the 3 months, since August, June, July, August. I was not there at all. September 14th or 15th. Till then, I was not there. For Swami's eyes, no, the way in which Swami neglects people, he can see through you and he'll ensure that he neglects you. You feel that neglect. Out of 10 people, or face to face, if you see him also, if you want to neglect you, he can neglect. Like that, he'll do. So the third time, I literally went and then really I used to pester the boy. He said, okay, today evening snacks you take. Normally, Swami comes at 3:30 for snacks. He'll be there for an hour, about till 4:15, 4:20 like that. Then he'll go. Vishnu Alankara Priya, it is said in Veda, so he'll dress himself very nicely. Because always Swami is very particular. Since so many people are looking at him, he should be perfect. Because he is always perfect in everything. So normally from 3:30 to 4:15, you may get a chance to talk to him. So 3:30, that day, unfortunately, Swami came at 3:45. I was pressing my luck. What is this? Another half an hour more, I don't know what Swami is going to talk. 10 minutes, nothing. I was standing outside the meeting hall. Swami doesn't take any food, only for the guests, those who are there. Swami used to give. That day, no guests, luckily for me. Swami was sitting. And then after 10-15 minutes, say at about 4 o'clock, he came and sat in another place and sent word for me to come inside. I went inside. That is the first time I was in close quarters with Swami, one-to-one level. See, normally bhajan evening we used to have with Swami in Brindavan. When he says go, we'll all rush and then sit around him. We'll press his feet. All those things used to happen. But even then he'll neglect you. But here, this is the first time I was, face to face with the divinity. He said, Chesko, take. Then I took Namaskar. He said, Engardu Vandachi. So beautifully, the Tamil what he speaks is, if Bharati would have listened to it, he'll say, Sundara Telugan will participate. He wouldn't have said. Sundara Swami Pesum Tamil will participate. That's what you would have said. Engardu Vandachi, he said. I was sitting at Swami's feet, but only tears. That was the first time Lord was talking to me from where you are coming from. Swami, Madras, Chennai, no Chennai that time, Madras, Swami, I said, people will have golden days. Each and every individual will have, these are the days that are golden. And this particular day, though I forgot the exact day, the most memorable day, the golden day of my life, one of the golden days of my life. Then he asked me, have you learned Telugu? I'll tell you why it is a golden day. I said, Swami, koncham, because Swami speaks Telugu, we all want to learn Telugu. So, koncham maatladtam, Swami, he said. Then Swami said, now you are going to talk to me in Telugu only. You have to answer all the questions that I asked you only in Telugu. You should reply in Telugu. I'll also talk to you in Telugu. That time, within 2.5 months, you can't learn Telugu to that perfection. Correct? Why it is the most memorable day for me? Because of my Telugu, I made the Lord of the universe laugh. How long? Normally, I said, Swami goes at 4:30. That was my day. Really, I'm telling. We started at 4. That full conversation, full joy, what I got for 1.5 hours. 5:30 only Swami left. Pain, what I had for getting the necklace, more than Swami, that is 1,000 mothers' love. He compensated. 1.5 hours we had one-to-one with my broken Telugu, Swami laughing like anything by saying Telugu. At the same time, see, Swami's casual words have got immense meaning. We may not realize at that moment. Later, when you think and when you correlate other incidents that are taken place, surely you'll be in a position to match. Swami also shows, see, I always tell to my boys, my students also, under the light, there is always darkness. So because we are physically close to Swami, we only see the dark patch rather than the brilliance of the light. So Swami will be talking casually, but one statement from out of blue, it will come, it will have immense meaning. Swami went on talking so many things. He asked, this, that, what are all happened at Chennai when I was in Chennai, all those things Swami was asking. I was telling Swami all this. So one of the greatest blessings what I had is I never used to cover anything from Swami. Whether it is good or bad, I used to go and tell him, Swami, this is the mistake that I have done. I'll narrate you one more incident after this incident that will show the love and affection what Swami has for children, for all of us, for that matter. So this, it went on. I'll just narrate only one incident in that to show how that he knows everything, he is omnipresent. See, in Tamil, Adavar means gents, Magalir means ladies. But in Telugu, it is ulta pulta, in other way around. Adavallu means ladies, Magalir, Magavallu means gents. So Swami asked, me intlo enta mandi Adavallu Magavallu, enta brothers and sisters. That's what he asked. See, actually, we are 4 brothers and 2 sisters, including me. So Swami wanted me to tell in Telugu. So I didn't know. And remember, this is the first time Swami is talking to me. Physically, I wanted to stress the physically, he doesn't know anything about my family. Please don't mistake me, but just to make the incident very clear, the experience clear, only I'm using the word. Physically, he's not aware of anything about myself. In the divine way, he's the one who created all of us. That is totally different. This is the first time I'm seeing Swami, and I've seen Swami quite a few times, but one-to-one interaction I'm having with Swami. Swami doesn't know anything physically about my father, family, and that. So he asked me, మీ ఇంట్లో ఎంతమంది ఆడవాళ్ళు ఎంతమంది మగవాళ్ళు ఉங்க వీటిలో ఎవరో పేరు ఆమ్లైతే ఎవరో పేరు కుమ్లైతే బ్రదర్స్ సిస్టర్స్ I am supposed to tell that in Telugu. So I thought ఆడవాళ్ళు both are same. That's what I thought. Actually it is uta puta. In Tamil ఆడవారు means gents, in Telugu ఆడవాళ్ళు means ladies. So I was thinking that ఆడవారు means ఆడవాళ్ళు. So I said, Swami, we are 4 brothers and 2 sisters. 4 ఆడవాళ్ళు 2 మగవాళ్ళు. Swami just stared at me and said, సరిగా చెప్పు. స్వామి 4 ఆడవాళ్ళు 2 మగవాళ్ళు స్వామి. తమిళ్లో చెప్పు. స్వామి 4 brothers 2 sisters స్వామి. We started laughing. Why did you tell like this? ఆడవాళ్ళు means నీకు తెలుసా? Yes. And then I told Swami, ఆడవారు in Tamil means మగవాళ్ళు, gents Swami. So we are ఆడవారు 4 Swami. That no, see, Swami makes that day he was so happy with that answer that I told him uta puta. He was just laughing, and then telling that this fellow doesn't know ఆడవాళ్ళు మగవాళ్ళు like that, and like that so many things. But here the most important thing is, first time I'm meeting Swami, physically Swami doesn't know anything about family, but when I said something wrong, telling that 4 brothers instead of 4 brothers and 2 sisters in Telugu, 4 sisters and 2 brothers, he immediately corrected me, telling that I know everything. In fact, all other small mischiefs, what I used to do, that was all that he narrated. Then he corrected, he said, what we can tell to Swami? Yes, Swami, yes, Swami, yes, Swami. So that 1.5 hours went, maybe to me, it appeared as if 1 second. Then he saw the clock and he said, hey, 5:30, I went to Darshan Povali event. So that was my first exposure to Swami. Swami spoke to me. Swami physically knew my name, Mallikeswaran. He used to call me Mallikarjun sometimes, mostly Dunapota only. Dunapota means he buffalo. And then from Mallikeswaran, he changed to Mallikesh. So whatever he wanted to call, no. So that blessing we had. That was the first incident, that first divine experience, you can say. And I was too young, 16 years old, to realize those things. When I thought back after so many months, maybe then only I realized, see, Swami had shown his divinity. I didn't even knew at that moment that Swami knows everything. Another second wonderful incident that had taken place in my life is, normally we used to have a winter vacation in the month of December. It is for a period of 1 month. As I said, there were only 75 to 80 boys. So Swami told each and every boy that when you go, you don't see films, don't watch TV. That time only TV came to Chennai, 1975 only it came to Chennai. It was a luxury item, only few people had. So Swami told me also, hey, don't watch any, don't go to movies, don't watch any TV. I said, Swami, yes, Swami. So I came. I was in my parents' house. We didn't have a TV. I went to my brother's house on one Sunday. They had a TV in their house. And you know, the Sunday, in the olden times, they used to show, only Doordarshan was available at that time. And every Sunday they'll show Tamil film in that. My sister-in-law is a very great devotee of Swami. She had trained me in Swami's thing, Swami's way, how you should behave, all that so nicely, well before I could come to Swami's college. So we were talking about all these incidents that had taken place and many other things what had happened to me. I was just talking to them. The time was about 5:30 or 6. Normally that time only the film starts. So I said, okay, I'll go back to my parents' house. So I came out. That time they were on the TV. And before coming to Swami's institution, I never used to see many movies, but Shivaji Ganeshan used to be my favorite actor. He's one of the greatest actors. So his booming voice came from the TV. So what I did, more of a reflex action, I just turned. Because the sound was coming, I just turned. I saw Shivaji Ganeshan. Then I remember Swami told us that we should not see any movie. So I turned my head and then came back to my father's house. So after 1 month, when the vacation was over, I went to Brindavan. Swami was there, luckily for us. That time, believe me, almost 300 days Swami used to spend in Brindavan. From before the Puttaparthi College could come. From 76 to 80, almost Swami used to be in Brindavan only for more than 200 to 250 days. So he was there. As soon as he saw me, he said. Then he just looked at me and said, Enduku cinema TV chusavu. Enduku TV chusavu? This incident, no, I didn't even remember because no, it was not intentional that I wanted to see a TV, more of reflex action. But Swami was telling, I didn't remember the incident. So I said, Swami, I didn't see Swami. He said, Aye, Abatam Chappodu, don't tell lies. You saw Shivaji Ganeshan for half a second, no? That is the time that I saw Shivaji Ganeshan. Only half a second I have seen Shivaji Ganeshan. That too, it is more of a reflex action, not with the intention to see Shivaji Ganeshan. I said, then only I remembered that I have seen half a second. Then Swami patted me and said, very good boy. Just to show you, just to make you understand that I'm always there, everywhere. I told you this. You are a good boy. You didn't see any TV, I know. But half a second, you have seen that also, I know. That's what he said so beautifully. See, this small, it may be a small incident. Just because we are Swami's devotees, it is not that we will not undergo any suffering. Suffering will come. The only great advantage what Sai devotees has, we all know that he is there with us. This particular incident made me always think in my times of doldrums and in my suffering times, yes, Swami is there. He'll take care. He'll take care. Small, very small incident can be, but it is a great, no, it has so much of value in my life. Even now, I always cherish this one small experience of mine as something. Whenever I talk about this, I think this also will give you the same feeling that in the moment of fortune or in the moment of disaster, it will make us think of him. And no, we can bear anything. Because it has been said, God gives troubles to the people because he knew that those people can face it. And he gives the strength. And we have the advantage, we have seen the Lord, we have heard about him in so many ways. So we'll be all confident that he's always watching us, he'll always guide us. Because of karmic principle, all the sufferings one has to undergo. See, the Lord himself had undergone so many things. But he is not affected by that. This is one of my nice experience. Just to show his omnipresence again, one more small incident I'll tell you. I used to worship Swami in my cupboard also. See, though we had the physical proximity with Bhagwan, 24 hours you cannot be with him. Correct? There are so many times, so many things you will be wanting to tell, you may not get a chance. So you need an outlet for it. So what I used to do, I used to have the sister-in-law whom I was talking about, she had given me a beautiful cutout of Swami, stuck in a cardboard with a red robe nicely. So I used to worship him. Worship him doesn't no puja. See, I am a layman. So what I'll do, whatever is happening, when I have breakfast in my hostel, I'll think, Swami, I'm offering it to you. That's all simple. And when I come back from college, I used to make a bed and then afternoons, I'll give a nap for Swami. Again, get up when I drink a tea, all that, only those basic things. And the night again, I'll make him sleep. And whatever happens to me on that particular day, evening, I'll go and just tell him. Or then and there. In the morning, when I go to the college, if something has happened, if I am not understood something, I just come and tell Swami, they must come college, just like this. Everything I used to tell him. If some parents tell something, Swami, parents came today, they told me this. Like that, no? My way of conversation with Swami is through that cardboard Swami. Why I want to call cardboard Swami means Swami himself said that it is cardboard Swami. So what happened when Swami was in Brindavan, we were supposed to play a compulsory game and compulsory match. So I selected table tennis because I can lose fast and then go back to Mandir. So I went, I played, I lost some 21-16, 21-17, 21-12 something. I rushed to my cupboard. Swami Udipayar. Swami, I lost 21-16, 21-17, 21-12. And I wanted to go to Mandir. Before that, boys told that Swami has come down already. So I rushed immediately. So I asked my Swami just said, come. I went, hey, Virat, 21-17, 21-16, 21-12. Table tennis, Udipayava. He asked. That is, did you lose in table tennis match with this point? That is whatever points that I have told to Swami, my cupboard Swami. Then, very mischievously, he just saw me and then said, Niku, ee Swami ante ishtama, a cardboard Swami ante ishtama. This is what he said. What he said is, do you like this form or the cardboard form? Which form do you like more? That's what he said. What can you answer to Swami? This only shows that, no, see, you don't require a physical person to go and tell him all these things. This is what. It's not possible. So you worship him in your own way. He knows everything. He responds to everything. That is far more important. So that is another nice experience. to me that he said, go and see all those. Whether you come and tell me physically or not, it is enough if you just think of me. In fact, I'll tell you one of the beautiful incidents that have taken place in Brindavan, the old mandir. We have a room called safe room. That room is called safe room because the previous owner had kept a safe and then built a room. And when he sold it to Swami, he could not take, because to take the safe, you have to break the wall. He said, Swami, let the safe be here. Because there was a safe in the room, it was called safe room. We used to call it a safe room. And it used to be the practice of Swami. Whenever he comes down, he'll go and sit. Some of the boys will be going inside. He'll sit in the chair. We'll all start pressing his feet. Quite a few boys will be standing. Then after 10 minutes, they'll just say, they'll make a noise like that. Hey, it's our turn. Please get up. That's what they used to say. So they'll sit. We'll go back slowly, and these boys will come and press Swami's feet. And there are so many incidents that have taken place. I think if you ask this Ravi Shankar, he'll narrate 100 more incidents that have taken place. He was very fortunate, soul who had joined much before, and hardly about maybe 20 or 15 students were there at that time. So actually, this is what used to happen, and one or two guests also will come. A person who was blessed to come is one Dr. Sundarrao. Who was the state president at that time of Karnataka Sai Seva organization. So Dr. Sundarrao, when he got up one day morning, he had a thought. See, he is blessed to go behind Swami whenever Swami goes for public darshan. And no, when many letters are there, Swami will just give him, he'll hold the letter, again Swami will pick the letter. So normally, whenever Swami picks the letter, it will be in thousands. You might have seen people carrying bags and then they'll be putting it. So he also knew that Swami gets a lot of letters by post. Normally, we used to get one gunny bag full of letters every month, 50 kilo gunny bag. Previously, there is no plastic bag, unlike now. So there, the post fellow will bring it. In addition to that, registered post will be there, this will be there, that will be there. He had seen all those things. So one day morning, when he got up, he had a doubt. Will Swami read all the letters? That is the doubt that has come to his mind. So Swami went for darshan. He came back with a lot of letters. He was sitting in the safe room, and a bunch of letters were there in his lap. About 70, 80 letters was there in there. Dr. Sundarrao was standing about 5 to 7 feet away from Swami near the door. There used to be a chair. From the entrance, Swami will come and sit in that chair. And Dr. Sundarrao, whenever he comes, he used to stand near the door. So about 5 to 10 feet away from Swami. Then Swami was flipping the letters like this. Then he turned to Sundarrao. He was just flipping, not looking at the letters. He was flipping. Sundarrao, Aim Samacharam. Normally, Swami starts the conversation, Aim Samacharam. He said, Swami, everything is fine like that. So what did you think in the morning today? That's what Swami said. Hey, it's a passing thought for him. Does Swami read all the letters that he gets? That is the thought that had come to his mind. How can you go and tell Swami, Swami, do you read all the letters? So he tried to cover it up. No, Swami, nothing. No. Letter. Swami started prompting him. Letter. So he was slightly, he was actually blushing. How to tell Swami, there's a thought that come to me. Paravaledhu cheppu. Swami was encouraging him. Paravaledhu cheppu means paravalla. Sollu. Then he said, Swami gets thousands of letters per day, I know. And Swami collects thousands of letters. Will Swami read all the letters? That is the thought that had come to my mind. That's what he said. Swami was just flipping by seeing Sundarrao. He just picked one letter which was sealed nicely. Because people just used to give folded letters of ordinary paper, they will fold and then give out. This letter was sealed very nicely, and he was he gave that letter to Dr. Sundarrao. Sundarrao opened change. He said, open it, Sundarrao. So he opened, Chadu, he said. He was, no, how can I read Swami? Somebody had given a letter to Swami, but Swami said, Nene Chiptan Kada Chadu, he said. No, I'm only telling you, read. And before he could start reading, Swami said, stop. As I said, Swami was sitting about 10 feet away from him. Open the letter, he said. He opened. And the first 10, 15 lines, Swami started reading from here. Swami was sitting. The letter was not in his hand. The letter was in Dr. Sundarrao's hands. Swami was about 15 feet away. No way you can read the letter 15 feet away. So he was holding the letter. Swami was telling my most humble pranams. Those things were written in the letter. We are so grateful to you, Swami, that we could have darshan for 1 week. Today we are leaving. And we are in such a bliss. You have done all those are the normal things. And after 15 lines, Swami says, other things are personal. He had written about 100 lines. That 15 letters is a common line which can be shared to everybody. Other personal things, he said, chalu, chase. He said, give me back. He folded and then put it inside. Then Swami said, see, Sundarrao, this form is a physical form. So the restrictions that are there for a physical form, I myself restrict myself to the rules of the physical form. You know, if you read and see, I read Lalita Sahasranama not in Sanskrit because I cannot enjoy if I read it in Sanskrit because you don't understand the meaning of so many words. I'm a Tamilian and I read like Thiruve Vadivan Thaye Namaskaram, Uppuervatra Lokarakke, Sirasimhasathil Ezhuralikum Ishwariye Namaha, No Ennu Malai Padathum Vajrayudham Vandavale Namaha. Each and every line I read, the 1008 names I read only in Tamil. In that there are two lines. One is, which says she is bound by the law she had created. That's what it says. She is bound by the law, what she had created for the universe. She is also bound by that. One more line will come. She just can trash away all the laws that she has made. That's what it says in Lalita Sahasranama. Similarly, Swami normally follows all the principles that a human being should follow. But when his love becomes more and more finished, he will not see any law, he will not see any rule. Because it is only love. It is only love. Then Swami said, Sundarrao, I am the one who's prompting you to write the letter. And whatever you write, I only dictate. The only thing is you don't hear. You just write down, thinking that it is your thought. I am the one who's making you write the letter. Unless I will, you cannot even think of writing a letter. Then Swami said, then you may think why people should write letters to Swami. Because Swami knows everything. Swami said, see, when I go out, since these things are not known to the people, when I take the letter, my finger may touch them. When they give letter, they touch my feet. And when they give letter, they feel all their sorrow, everything goes off because they are confident that Swami is, they have told everything to Swami. Just to give that joy only, I take letters. Otherwise, letters are not necessary for me. Otherwise, just to give joy, just to give happiness to the people, that now they feel so happy that they touched Swami's finger or Swami's robe had touched them. So that is the reason why my joy. So just to give happiness, just to give joy to the people only, I make them write. See the amount of service what Swami is doing. If you go to Tirupati, normally what they say is Suprabhata Seva. They say Suprabhata Seva, they say this Seva, that Seva. That is the Lord Darshan. When you go for Venkatachalapati Darshan, early morning when you go, they say it is called Suprabhata Seva. The word Seva. Why the Seva, the word is used means the God is doing a Seva of granting Darshan. In fact, I'll tell you about the Seva aspect. If I have time, I'll tell you in one more incident. That is the reason why I want to collect the letters from all the devotees so that they get a lot of happiness. I don't require to read the letter. And this physical form, as I have restricted myself to so many restrictions. If I start reading the letter, each and every letter, my backlog will be for 30 or 40 years back. From that time, I have been getting letters. I would have completed the letters written in 1950, only reading the letter 24 hours. I get so many letters. It will not be physically for me to read all the letters, but I know the content and I'm always there for my devotees. What a beautiful thing. The Lord puts a thought in the mind and he doesn't get upset because one of the close devotees is coming and asking Swami, are you reading? Can you read all the letters? Do you read all the letters? No one can go to Swami and then ask him. So this is one of the wonderful experience that he told all of us that writing letters is only our joy and he is dictating, we are writing. In fact, believe me, in Brindavan, at least during 76, 77, 78 all, we used to give letters to Swami daily because invariably we'll get a namaskar when we give a letter. You know, the content of the letter sometimes, I have written so many times, Sai Ram, that's all. Close it, give it to Swami. Not even in a cover, just a paper, Sai Ram, close it and then give it. He'll accept it. So in Vrindavan, during that 3 years, we would have had darshan, Padma Namaskar almost daily. That used to be the wonderful period for all the students. Anybody having a letter, he'll call. The student especially, he'll call. He'll take the letter. Sometimes he'll open, he'll see Sai Ram, and then he'll just smile at it. Believe me, sometimes I have given in a hurry because no time to write. Just a white sheet of paper, fold it, and then give it to Swami. With a prayer, Swami, you know everything. I just want a namaskar, so give that. That's all. He'll take that also. He'll take that and then he'll give namaskar. If you ask my batchmates, even Ravi Shankar sir might have done that. I don't know, but his level of thinking with Swami was totally different. I'm not that what you call spiritually evolved as Hariharan had said. I am a commoner. Again, go back to Lalita Sahasranama. One of the Namavali says,
Swami so much.
one of the Namavali says, even a shepherd can reach us very easily. That's what in Lalita Sahasranama itself it has been said. And I know about my Swami always says, you are not one person, you are the three persons. So whatever other people perceive of me, I know what I am. Maybe I'm still lower than a shepherd, but his love and his mercy and his everything. No, there is no reason for love, no reason for season for love. That's what Swami says. No season for his compassion, no reason for his compassion. That is the reason why people like me also get blessed. So the most important thing is try to write letters. You pray to Swami, Swami, I want to write a letter, so please dictate. You write a letter, keep it in the shrine. That is more than enough. That is more than enough. And that is one of the easiest way to communicate to Swami. That's what I personally feel. Because of his mercy, because of his love. When we talk about this wonderful love, I just wanted to narrate one more incident. Sorry, I would like to close by 6:30 today because of other commitments. Sure. If I get a chance to speak at a later time, surely there are so many things to share, and I know each and every time when I share, I go back to those memories.
If you can give us time next Sunday, it will be nice, sir. So please see.
So next Sunday, if you want at 5, I think all these problems will sort out from 5 to 7, 5 Indian standard time. Surely we can have no problem at all.
Perfect, sir. Perfect, sir.
Okay. Coming back to his love, I just narrate 2 incidents which shows the what you call abundant love Swami has for his student. One of the Brindavan boy had a chicken pox. We had a room, no quarantine room, and that boy was strictly told that he should not come for darshan. He should be there in the room only unless he gets cured totally of this chicken pox. Swami was in Brindavan. That time it was not Sai Ramesh, it was a Sai Ram shed. So Swami was coming for darshan. This boy, 2 days he didn't have Swami's darshan. So much of pain. Lord, what is this? I'm in Brindavan. You are in Brindavan. I didn't get to see you also today. Why have you cursed me like this? That's what that boy was crying literally inside the heart. He cannot come for darshan. And the strict instruction is he should not come out of the room. So bhajans were going on. Because of the moment he could know that Swami has come, he just could not bear. He came out. If you would have gone to Brindavan hostel, you will see a window and a staircase going up. So he went near the window, opened the window little. He thought he will at least have Swami's darshan. And he saw Swami from that far. And he cried, Swami, why this should come now? When you are in Patti, if it would have come, nothing would have happened to me. Now I can't even see you. I can't even touch. I can't take your namaskar. What type of fate it is? He was crying literally inside his heart. Suddenly, Swami got up from the bhajan hall. He started walking straight to the hospital. And by the time warden and others have seen this boy peeping, and they were slightly, annoyed. Rule, we have to follow the rule. So Swami came, he saw that boy, he called that boy. So warden rushed to Swami, that boy is having chicken pox. Swami just gave a stare. Keep quiet, I know everything. Go. He was very angry. When he came, he called that boy was in tears. He fell at Swami said, Chesko. He fell at Swami's feet. Swami created Vibhuti and then gave him said, don't worry, nothing will happen to you. Swami will protect you. Then Swami went inside, called the warden. He said, don't block that boy. You know, so much love he had for me. He just could not bear not seeing me for more than 2 days. Each and every second that fellow was crying. You know one thing, I know that boy has got chicken pox. Listen to these words very carefully. But my love doesn't know that this boy is having chicken pox. Swami's love is such. See, as I said, whatever restrictions that he had put on himself, Swami was never selfish in his life. Though physically, sometimes he was not well, each and every moment he never cured himself of it by using his divine power. Normal course, everything clear. So chicken pox can come even to Bhagawan in case if he moves with him, if he wills it. But the statement what he said is, I know he has chicken pox, but my love doesn't know that he's had chicken pox. Don't blast. That is the love he had for his student. I'll narrate one more personal experience of mine, and with that I think we'll close the session today. As I said, behind the bulb, always any tube light or any light giving sources, you will see a small black patch. Just because we are students, it is not that we never had doubt of this divinity. I was blessed to have my first darshan at the age of 6 in Chennai. That time Swami used to visit one house called Dr. Venkatamuni's house. The first floor used to be Swami's residence, and Swami used to open the balcony door and then used to give darshan. And that was the first darshan I had in the year 1966 when I was 6 years old. And that time my father told me that he's God. Kadavulda, Kadavulda, this is the word that he said. You know, at the age of 6, you worship your father as a hero, and whatever he says, it goes deep inside your heart. From that moment, Swami was the only divine God for me. No Shiva, no Muruga, this, that, all that. But the only thing is, Swami is everything. At the age of 6, it went like this. When I came to Brindavan, so many divine experiences. I think when I was in my second year of degree, doubts started coming into my mind about Swami's divinity. Believe me, the doubts are coming. Totally. I think it is common for all. I don't know. At least one fraction of your life, surely you will get doubt. Whether it is Rama or Krishna, anybody for that matter, I think all the people those who are around will have this. Maybe it is a curse or I don't know. It is, for me, it is a blessing that I had a doubt. Why it is a blessing? But I just could not bear. That time I had a little proximity with the Lord, wherein I was doing the door duty and other things. So that I can, when Swami goes inside after Bhajanti, when I used to go inside. And the Swami's, in Puttaparthi, Swami used to have brunch. You know how many seconds, how many minutes he used to have his brunch? After Mangala Aarti, first stanza, you would have seen Swami going inside. That time it was where our Kulvantal is there. Swami was staying in that place only. So Swami used to go, and after Aarti, we'll go. By the time Swami would have finished his lunch, and he'll be brunch, and he'll be sitting in the chair. So that day, even normally few people also will come. Luckily for me, when this thought about doubting about this divinity had come to my mind, it was paining me for 2-3 days. I was praying, Swami, why are you giving this type of thought to me? All those things I was telling. So I went inside. Luckily, nobody was there. No, it was a great pain for me. The pain, no, it has affected me so much. I was in tears actually. He just looked at me with a twinkle in his eyes. Hey, Mira, what? What? He said. I just went, caught hold of his feet. I said, Swami, chala doubtlu. Chala doubtlu. I said, Swami, I'm getting a lot of doubts. I'm telling the Lord who had given so many chances to me and also so many divine experiences personally to me. I caught hold of his feet and then seeing at him, tears in my eyes, but I was feeling the pain that thought had come to me. I just looked at him, Swami, chala doubt. I said, I'm doubting you, Swami. That's what I told. Imagine. You know what Swami did? And I was crying. I was catching hold of his feet and then crying. That time I had a lot of hair. So he just pulled my hair, kept me on his lap, started passing my hair. He didn't get white. He could have shouted at me, you fellow, you don't even know my divinity. He never said like that. He never abused me. So much of love in his voice, believe me, so much of love in his voice. He said, Oste Emira, what if it comes? Nene Vestanadara. I am the one who is putting the doubts in your mind. Nene Chuskunta. I will take care. Passing through, passing through, passing through. Don't worry. Believe me, his face was radiant, fully radiant with love. It was just flowing. I can feel the love flowing through my body. Fellow, who had seen so many things with Swami, and before that also he would have created so many things, and in front of my eyes he had created so many things. He has blown, changed everything, so many things, and half a second TV. That is one of the nicest experience that I had. 21:17, 21:16, all these things are there, but the doubt had come. He said, "Stay, Mira." If it would have been any Matadipati, he would have called his secretary, "Hey, keep this fellow outside. He's having doubt on me. Don't keep him in here. Don't show him any effort." Stay, Mira. Nene vestan kada. Who will tell? Like if I go and tell my father, "Father, I doubt you. You are fit for nothing." If I tell something, he'll give me a slap. If I go to my mother and then tell she also, he'll know all Tamil language, whatever good words are there, both of them would have blessed me. Here was the. And it is not a formality. Oh, you got a doubt? Okay, don't worry, I'll take care. It is not like that. No formality. So much love flowing and then submerging you. You can feel. The only sound that you can hear is like that. I was crying, but for that nothing. 1 second. Stay, Mira. I have seen in my life. See, we are prone to do mistakes. To err is human. That's what Swami says, and to forgive is divine. That's what he says. And luckily for me, as long as I could communicate to him physically, whatever mistakes that I have done in day-to-day life, we make so many mistakes. He had blessed me to tell him directly. I went and told him always, "See, Lord, this is a mistake that I have done today. Today morning, when we go for evening, definitely if I would have done some mistake, which I felt that it is a mistake, I'll go and tell him, Swami, I'll do like that." He'll say, "Come, Swami, today it has happened like this. Swami, even let it be a bad thought of jealousy, ego, lust, greed, anything. Swami, I did this. Take, for example, if 2 vadas are there, I've taken 3 vada, then that is a mistake that used to hurt me. Swami, 2 vadas, 3 vadas. I'm not meaning that exactly. So, like those small mistakes, or even the mistake done by thought, the silence is not only when we do Maunavarta, means not talking to other people is not Maunavarta. Your mind also should be still. That's what Swami says. So we do so many things. So not even once, he shouted at me for telling this. "Hey, you fellow, Swami is loving you so much. You are. How can you get a thought like this?" He never said, "Only passing thoughts. I'll take care. I'll take care. I'll take care. I'll take care." This is what Swami always used to say. And the love journey, I think, since I'm held up with some other work, 5 o'clock surely will start, and so many incidents that had happened in Vrindavan. I tell that. Before that, see, one more thought that is coming to my mind is, in Brindavan, as I said, 5 o'clock we used to get darshan, and it used to go up to 8:30 in the night. So almost 15, 16 hours in the physical presence. But when we go to Puttaparthi, all those things will not happen, because Swami is very official, and the place where we were given is the East Prasanthi, that corner. From there we can see Swami's veranda. So some 4 or 5 boys were sitting outside and we were cursing of Puttaparthi. That is our first visit to Puttaparthi. We can't even see Swami. What is this place? We should, as soon as Swami comes, we should drag him back to Brindavan. All that we were thinking. And we were just looking. There used to be a door connecting to the veranda. There used to be a place connecting to veranda. You would have seen the first floor where Swami used to give the Vishwarupa darshan for and other things. So Swami used to come out. We were thinking like that. Then suddenly we saw Swami coming and then doing good morning to all of us. We can see very clearly Swami. Nobody else can see, because Swami used to stand near the door, the sitting room, and he'll come to the veranda. He'll open the door. Then he'll say good morning, and then he'll do the hello gun. And the same thing started. You believe me? Whatever that had happened in Brindavan, just because we were feeling bad, Swami was feeling that. He used to come at 6 o'clock. He'll open the door and he'll say good morning. Normally that time Swami used to come down at 7:30. So Swami will come at 6:45 or 6:50. Then he'll say good morning again. He'll say, like this. He'll make sign, because we can't hear. No, he'll say, "I'm coming down. Go, come fast," like that. Then again from 10 o'clock, when once Swami goes up, 10 o'clock we'll be just sitting there not doing anything. 10:30 he'll come. 11:15. Thinking that Swami has gone inside, we would like to go. Immediately he'll open the door again. All the leelas that he had played in Brindavan was replicated in Puttaparthi. That is Swami's love for the students. We'll continue next week at 5 with the personal experiences, that is my family experiences, and also the mothers of Mother Sai, which I'm very fond of talking. 2, 3 episodes, whatever is possible, whenever the chance is given to me, surely, I think.
Surely, sir. Thank you. Thank you so very much, sir. We'll finish with three Samasta Lokas. I know you have to leave. We'll finish with three Samasta Lokas. We'll meet next week, sir.
Sure, sure. Sai Ram, Sai Ram.
समस्त लोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्त लोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्त लोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु ओम शांति 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 जय बोलो भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबा जी की Jai. Sairam, have a wonderful weekend. Looking forward to seeing you all next week. Sairam, sir. Thank you so much. Sairam.
Sai Ram.